Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the inspirational Lady Noble 365. I trust that you are doing well, loving yourself and those who are around you. First of all, before I begin to speak, I would like to give some ashes to those who have lost a loved one, or those who have transitioned, who were part of the aircraft accident with the helicopter. Okay, they say that there were 66 people who have passed away. So condolences to the family, anyone who has or is experiencing any trauma from even being affiliated or knowing those people who have lost their lives, and ashe to them once again. And so I'm coming to you with some words of inspiration and some words of encouragement. And the message from Source is to continue to stay in tune with yourself, continue to do the work on yourself, collective. It is important that we pay attention to our intuition, to the signs and synchronicities. This objective of this video is just a motivational topic. It's a spiritual nudge I receive. I did a reading earlier today. I did a Gemini read, okay? And in the read, I picked up that someone was frustrated because they were working somewhere on a job, and it doesn't matter where. I said, but they're overwhelmed because they were doing the job of more than one person. And I noticed, allegedly, while watching the news, the television, allegedly, that there was a situation where the air traffic controllers were understaffed. Okay. And that's a Gemini read. Okay. And so as I'm watching this, that they were understaffed, I'm not saying that's the cause of anything, allegedly. Just I was listening to the news report this. I was considering that. I picked that energy up in the Gemini read that someone was working understaffed. There wasn't enough workers on the job. And, I was just comparing it to the tarot read that I did earlier that day. And Gemini is an air sign as well, okay? And so as I speak, you will notice how, the tumbleweed of synchronicities, okay? Gemini is an air sign, okay? They said there were 66 people, okay? And 6 represents cooperation, okay? So, a lack of cooperation, therefore a lack of, the proper amount of people to do a particular job, which I also picked up in the Gemini read today as well, and 6 and 6 equaling a 12, breaking down to a 12, 1 and a 2 breaking down into a 3. 3 represents groups, and there were 2 groups, in each aircraft, okay? And once again, condolences and ashe, rest in power to those who have lost their lives, and, love and peace and, and healing to those who may be experiencing trauma from this incident. But the goal of this topic and what I'm speaking on, though that I did the Gemini read earlier today and that incident, that tragedy happened prior, it's the synchronicities that I was able to pick up on. And I'm sharing this with you because Spirit wants you to know that it's very important for you to continue to grow within yourself, stay focused on yourself, and do not ever disregard signs and synchronicities around you, okay? And it was meant, there are no coincidences here on the planet Earth. It was meant for me to watch the television, which I rarely do. But it was meant for me to watch it at this particular time this evening and hear the details, because I heard about it, but I was able to hear the details, and the lack of having the proper people on board to work, allegedly, which came up in a read that I did, the Gemini read, allegedly, there was a synchronicity there, okay? And so, yeah, so 6 represents cooperation. So there was a lack of cooperation. And then 3, break the 6 down into half, 3 representing groups. There were 2 different groups of people, whom lost their lives in this tragedy as well, okay? And so as I was focused on that, and Spirit was saying, there are no coincidences, and it's important for us to continue to develop ourselves when it comes to self-awareness. We're so, connected and paying attention and giving attention to a lot of people, places, and things that are outside of us. But we need to be mindful to take time to have moments of silence. Take time to do your meditation. If you don't like meditation, take time to get out in nature. Take time to find something where you can calm yourself down, calm your mind down, because it's important to do so that you're able to pick up on the signs and synchronicities, the spiritual notifications, the downloads. And I believe the whole intention, I don't believe, excuse me, collective, I know the whole intention of me even conveying this message to you, it is a sign and synchronicity for me as well. Spirit is heightening and opening my gifts up as well, and letting me know through my gifts, look at this, look at that, look at this, look at that. Okay. So, I'm learning and growing just as everyone else is. And whenever I do a motivational speech, or I do a tarot read, or I do some poetry, whatever I do on my channel, it is only to inspire and uplift. There's nothing less or more happening. And so the whole goal and objective of this video is just to encourage you to continue to be gentle with yourself, be easy with yourself. Everyone is trying to figure it out. Everyone has something going on that they're uncomfortable with. But be mindful to continue to work on yourself, and knowing the difference between your energy, when your energy is imbalanced, when someone is projecting onto you. It's very important to know thyself, and it is a journey. It's not a project where you're going to say, well, next week I'll be finished working on me, or next month I'll be finished working on me. The journey is, continuous. It goes on and on and on. Okay. Yeah, life happens in cycles. And so as I was receiving, all these synchronicities, Spirit said, share this, do a video and let them know, by you listen to this, this tragedy that happened, the things that you picked up on. And at first I wasn't going to do it, but then I was nudged like, no, you better do it. And so here I am. And so I hope you receive it, for your highest good. And I hope you can understand the message that is trying to be conveyed. And not to say that if I would have picked up on it, maybe I could have did a read earlier and maybe announced something. That's not the message at all. The message is that there are signs and synchronicities that are constantly being, we're receiving notifications constantly, just as much as your cell phone is always ding, 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 buzzing and ticking, giving you a notification from a particular media site, or an app that you may have. Well, that is the goal of this message, for you to be aware. You'd be surprised when you are tuned in and tapped in, spiritually speaking, the information, the confirmation that you can receive that can help you and assist you here in your life on planet Earth. I understand that we are all different people. We're from different backgrounds, and we're supposed to be different. We all are uniquely, individually, divinely created. We're supposed to be that way because we are the evidence of what has not been seen. Once again, we all are individually, uniquely, divinely created, and we're supposed to be different. It's supposed to be that way because we are the evidence of what has not been seen. And so, so be mindful, of being tapped in and tuning into yourself and taking time just to stay spiritually connected. It's different for everyone. What works for one may not work for another. But yes, I picked up some signs and synchronicities, and I just wanted to share that with you to encourage you. Once again, condolences to anyone who may be experiencing any trauma or any pain from the devastating incident with the helicopter, and ashe to those who have lost their lives. Okay. It is a very, it's a tragedy. It is something that is sad. It's not an easy moment right now for a lot of people, even for those who may have just simply worked at that airport or knew someone that worked there. Okay. And so, so we send them love and light, and we wish them peace and healing. But I had to share that, even though it was regarding something so tragic. It's part of it's part of my mission. It was meant for me to share that with you. I've never picked up on anything like that before, collective, but I did, and Spirit put on my heart just to share this with you and just be mindful. I found some signs and synchronicities from numerology in there, as well as tarot in there, okay? Because Gemini is an air sign, and I'm not cracking a joke about that. I'm simply sharing some knowledge, yes, so be aware and pay attention and do not disregard, the nudges that you may receive or get. Not saying you have to live your life in a panic or constantly be worried or concerned about something negative happening. No, that's not what we're conveying in this message. But just be aware, be okay with getting to know yourself. Be okay with exploring. Be okay with having an empty cup so that you're able to tap in and know yourself more and better and understand, when you wake up and you're having a good day and out of nowhere, you begin to get angry or sad and you're like, where did that come from? Get comfortable with being in tune with yourself so you can just figure it out. I know what that is. That isn't me at all. Maybe that's some projection from somewhere else, or maybe that's from some movie or something I just watched. Maybe it's from that song I just listened to. Oh, you know what? I just went into an environment where there were a lot of people. I may be empathic. Maybe I just picked up on someone else's energy. I'm naming these things as just examples, words of thought, things to think about and consider. Energy is real, it's never destroyed, it simply travels from one person to another. And so I'm going to close this conversation out. I trust and hope it find you for your highest good. Let's send love and light to those who may have, lost someone in this tragedy, and peace and healing and condolences, once again to everyone, and ashe to everyone. Rest in power, rest in peace to those who have lost their lives. And yes, it's very important, to be tuned in. That's what I got from this download. That's what I got from this spiritual notification, the inner niggle and wiggle within myself. Everything that I teach on my channel or that I share, I'm sharing and teaching myself as well. It's not just a one-sided thing, okay? And so once again, I hope it find you for your highest good. Ashe.